do you find differences with TikTok versus Instagram? Like, for example, do you make your video a certain way, or what videos do better on TikTok? What videos do better on Instagram? Are you able to elaborate on that?
Yeah, and going back to your other point real quick, you're honestly right. I probably should need to respond to more DMs, so that's definitely on my to-do list. So thank you for that. But I'll get into the differences. So in my opinion, so TikTok, I think people like value added stuff a lot more on TikTok. Tips and tricks or like stuff like that. Um, I've noticed like videos on TikTok that are more like for example, if I made a because I'm in public accounting, if I made a top five, CPA exam tips, chances are it would do a lot better on TikTok than it has on Instagram, and it would because I've done it before, so I already technically know. But like a video like that will do better. And then I did like a sleep tips video,
Yeah.
and it did better on TikTok, which is it's kind of rare for a video for me to do better on TikTok. But I've noticed value added stuff oftentimes does if the video is well made.
Interesting. Why do you think that's the case though? Because for example, when I think of Instagram, I think of content that does well on Instagram is wholesome content. I think that's why you see maybe like a Hub's Life, or someone like yourself, or like a Micah Hescott do really well. Like their content is very wholesome and it's a little more family oriented. It's relaxing. It's giving good vibes, but also tips and tricks is like wholesome to an extent. Maybe not the feeling of love, but it's really giving value. Why do you think that is that difference with not being as good on Instagram?
I think people, I mean, personally, like if I want to learn something or if I'm curious about something or need tips on something, I'm going to go to TikTok. I'm not going to go to Instagram just because like the searching on TikTok is a lot better. And I think that might be part of it, just like the search algorithm and everything. But I don't know. I think it just pushes it out more and like people are more likely to save, a tips video on TikTok than they would be on Instagram. And then I also think like if I post a CPA exams tip video, TikTok is really good at like pushing that out to people that actually need it. Like they're really good at like pushing it out to, you know, seniors in college that are majoring in accounting or like kids that are just graduated with an accounting degree. Whereas I think Instagram is like pushing that out to like my follower that's a computer engineer. Like he doesn't need to see this. But like
Right.
TikTok like really targets people a little bit, probably a lot better than
Yeah.
Instagram does. Is what I've noticed. Like they really like hit like you post something and like it's probably gonna hit the demographic it needs to. Whereas like Instagram, maybe it does as well. Just I don't think it does as well as TikTok. Like TikTok's really got that dialed down.
You want to hear a crazy stat?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have the number exactly, but I heard this a while back. TikTok is Gen Z's number one search engine. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.